Hello pilots and ground crew, welcome back to my channel again. Well, we've got the Skyzone S140 here, my little 3-inch quad. Well, I've had a problem. These two motors here, right, I've bloody threaded them or cross-threaded them. You might get a better view on that one, especially if I hold it up. See, made a right mess of it. If I had £1 every time I've done this to a motor, you know, the clockwise and counterclockwise threads. The times I've done that, you just automatically, and you're turning it the wrong way and you're trying to unscrew it and you knacker your thread up. I've done it a few times actually. Well, I should be able to get a tapping die set on these and sort out the thread again, but because they're so small, I don't own one that will fit that. So I'm going to have to see what I can do, so to speak. Well, I've come up with a solution. I've been thinking about doing a few upgrades to this quad anyway. So what I've done is, just move that out the road for a second and bring the train in. I've got some new motors for her. The Brotherhobby Avenger. I've got them wrong the wrong way, sorry. Yeah, the Brotherhobby Avenger motors, 1507, so they're a little bit, I mean nothing in it, a little bit. These are 1506 if I look real closely, yes, 1506. Right, and these are bloody good motors, by the way. Right, the iron power motors, 4100 kV, which these are 4100 kVs. But yeah, so I've gone for the Brotherhobby Avenger motors because they have such good reviews. I've never used them. Well, let's be honest, this is my first 3-inch quad, so I wouldn't have used them. But they've got such good reviews. Alright, so let's take a closer look. And if by magic, there you go. Wasn't that easy? Now, I'm going to have to zoom in here because there's such a small way up there. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, I think it's in focus. Right, when you open the box, you get the motor and you get a packet of nuts and a prop nut. Now you get big nuts and you get little nuts, right? Why? Well, we shall show you, or I shall show you. Underneath the actual mounting bracket, right, you've got spacers to mount it on at 19mm if you've got a wider frame, and your standard 12mm, which is for like your 3-inch or your 2-inch size quads. So that's why you get a set of nuts for both size holes, which is bloody good actually. Now, obviously, if you're mounting it like I am on a little 3-inch with thin arms, I'll be using the 12-inch gap. So this part of the mount will stick out a little bit. Now, I like that myself. I like that because it will give a little bit of extra protection to the motors in a crash. It'll actually protect. If I can hold it, you get a gist. If something hits, it's going to hit that little mount before it hits the motor. So I actually like that. I've actually heard a couple of people moan, and one guy said it was a great review. So in case he watches it and thinks, yeah, I know what you're talking about, me, right, about cutting the ends off with a Dremel and stuff. I say no, leave them on. They give a bit of protection to your motors. But yeah, so I cannot remember the bloody name. Links will be, well, links, all the information will be in the description, but these particular magnets, I should pause the video and go check, but I will put it all in the description. They're not your standard magnets, so they're a lot stronger and they'll run a lot better, a lot more efficient. And also the coils, the way the coils are done, they're done in a different format, so they give a lot more punch. I wish I could tell you the correct name for that, but I can't remember, and I'm not pausing the video, right, because I've got a few things to get on with. The actual motor wire is 120mm long, which is, for me, way, I forgot what zoomed that in. Let's zoom out a bit again. Yeah, so for me, there's plenty to mount in me 4-in-1 little ESC stack there. But you might have a small little quad, right, but you want to run the wires a different way. You can obviously, with these being a 19mm hull, you can mount these for a 4-inch. These motors will work on a 4-inch size quad as well as. So don't whack them on a 5-inch with a big 5-inch size blade or whatever. Not the 4100 kV, especially not. Okay then, but the thing is, while I'm going to be stripping this little bad boy down, I thought I'll make a few upgrades. I don't like this camera on here. It's a nice little camera. It's the QX12. It works great, gives great image, and I've been very happy with it. But it adds quite a bit of weight to the quad. Let me just zoom out a little bit more again. Yeah, it adds quite a little bit of weight to the quad, and it takes it to the just under 250 gram mark, and when I add my battery I think it's coming in at 252 gram, which, as we know, the laws, the rules, the regulations, 250 gram or less, you can basically fly up your grandma's bum. You can fly it anywhere. Sorry, all grandmas out there, I apologise. I'm sorry. Should have said wife. No, that's it. I've no more subscribers now. You're all gone, so I might as well stop talking. No, so I want to whip this off. And in a previous video, right, about my FPV backpack, you saw me mention the Runcam Mini FPV DVR. Right, well, because I was so impressed with this on my backpack for my plane, I thought I'd get another one to stick in my little 3-inch to get rid of the camera. Right. However, there's not a lot of room in there, as you can see. Right, so I thought I'm going to do another upgrade, and I got myself a TBS Unified Pro VTX, which is super thin. It's a bit bulky, right, but it'll fit in there. I've checked, it'll fit in there, and it's dead thin, because the VTX that's in there, that came with it, is a good VTX, right, but it's quite a bulky VTX. And if I'm putting this in as well, there's going to be no room left. Okay, you can start mounting stuff on top then, because the camera's going to be gone, but you want to keep your build neat. So I'll be ripping out this, putting in the TBS Unified Pro, and I've even gone the extra mile and got myself another Lumineer AX11 or AX2 FPV antenna, because they're bloody great, and I thought to get a great signal I got the one with the UFL connector, right, because this VTX, it's UFL, so I needed one basically, even though I prefer the MMCX connectors, but this didn't come with one. Right, so yeah, I'm going to be making quite a few little changes to this bad boy, so let's do a jump shot and show you it all finished. And the reason why I'm doing a jump shot, right, 99.9% of you will already know to change motors with a 4-in-1. Right, you basically unsolder the wires and resolder the new ones on. Right, and also 99.9% of you will already know how to connect up a VTX. And if you want to know how to connect up one of these, the Runcam Mini FPV DVR job, right, watch my video on my update of my FPV backpack. I will leave link in the description or in the top left if I remember, just up there, just there. Okay then, pilots and ground crew, we're getting new motors, we're getting a better flight control board, a better VTX, definitely a better FPV antenna, and a VTX. Bloody got VTX on my brain, and a DVR, all built in, so it should all look nice and neat when she's finished. Okay then, let's do a jump shot in 3, 2, 1. Well, there you go then, pilots. She's finished, and I'm quite happy with her actually. Yeah, I know it's a bit messy there, that's some hot glue just to give a bit of extra protection for the FPV antenna. I didn't want it wobbling about too much. Right then, yeah, so she's all done. I did make a change to what I said. I told you I was going to be putting the Speedy Bee VTX in there. Well, I made a change because I couldn't get hold of one, and I've gone with the HGL RC V2 Micro VTX, and that's 25mm, 50mm, 200mm and 350mm, and that'll be ample for a little 3-inch quad. 350mm for VTX is absolutely ample. Right, if I'm not happy and I think I want more range, but well, I mean, I won't anyhow, because these little 3 inches, they're not a long range quads, are they? Not really designed for long range. Right, got the motors on. They work brilliantly. I've had them spinning and stuff. They sound really nice. Didn't have any problems putting them on, obviously. Just cut the wires to short, soldered them straight on. It's a bit of a bit complicated in there. If I can zoom in a little bit. Whoa, wrong way. Yeah. There's a bit of a pile up in there. You've got, let's see, from the bottom you've got your ESCs, 4-in-1 ESCs, then you've got your flight control board, and then just above that we've got the Runcam Mini DVR recorder, and on top of that, right on the top, we've got the HGLRC VTX V2. I'll just come out again for a moment. As for props for her, I do have, well, I've got loads of these actually. I was thinking of the three bladed props, because if you remember I was running on 2 blades, right, just for battery life, which I probably will, because she was flying really good on 2 blades, right. But I might just try these, give it a whiz, see how she feels with 3, see what the battery does. Right, because as we know, 3 bladed props burns up more battery, and that's what I say to certain new pilots and stuff, and they say, oh, my battery goes down too quick. Right, I say, well, the first thing you want to do is take your 3 bladed props off and switch to 2 bladed props, because you don't really need 3 bladed props when you're learning to fly. Right, it makes your quad a lot faster, a lot more manoeuvrable, but it also burns your Lipo down a lot quicker. So it's not something you need. Plus, with these little 3 inches, I don't really think you need 3 bladed props. Right, well, you don't with this one. Maybe you do on certain other ones, but this one you don't. I mean, if you've seen any of me videos flying this, they've all been with 2 bladed props, and she buzzes about pretty damn good. The FPV antenna, receiver I should say, well, receiver and antenna, because I'm going to talk both, in the ideal place, but it's not going anywhere. I've got the receivers running up here through a receiver tube, right, and they're just strapped to the side, which, if I show you that way, you'll see them coming along, which once again isn't perfect. However, I'm not going to try and get long range, so if I get 200-300 feet, I'm happy. For, like I say, a little 3 inch, you don't, well, I say you don't want to. I don't want to be pushing it further than 300 feet on a little 3 inch. That's me personally, so I'll be quite happy with the mountings of them antennas, even though you'll get a bit of a loss because it's so close to the frame and you get a bit of noise. Right then, yeah, there's not a lot more I can say. I've got everything in, you've seen it, and I'm hoping in a couple of days I can get her out for a test flight. Oh, this is what I was on about with the motor mounts. You might see better from there. The way the motor, these little mounts stick out past the frame. I'll try zooming in a bit more, hopefully you'll see that. There, yeah, these little mounts just stick out a little bit past the frame. But to me that's great because it's all added protection in a crash. Right then, pilots and ground crew, hope you enjoyed this little journey we went on. I will say something though before I go. Right, if you're going to make any upgrades yourself, Right, especially for new pilots, really take your time. This was a bleeding nightmare for me. Right, getting all the, there you go, you can see a bit more soldering on that side. Getting all the wires in, you had to cut some wires, extend them, make them longer, solder connections on, and it was a hell of a lot of messing about. Right, so if you're a new pilot and you think, oh yeah, I'll do that particular upgrade or I'll put that particular thing in, right, take your time with a little 3-inch. Right, and if you're not very good at soldering, right, practice first. Get some old wire, right, and just solder them together and unsolder them. Solder them together and unsolder them. Just practice soldering. Right, because there's some really tight little solder joints in these little 20mm boards and stuff. Okay then, hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked, please subscribe. Leave thumbs up, leave thumbs down. I nearly forgot that bit then. Okay then, like I say, a couple of days I'll get it to the field and give it a test flight. Okay then, and cheers. Right. Did anyone stick around? Shh, don't tell the others who stopped watching. It's their fault, they should have stuck around and keep watching. It's 2 days later, right, and I'm just going to go give her a quick test flight. Right, I'm lying to you, I've just given her a quick test flight. Right, so I just thought I'd stick it on the end of this video. And I tried the yellow props, the 3-bladed props, and she flies great, which I expected she would with a 3-bladed, but like I say, the battery goes down a bit quicker. But yeah, she flies great, and I'm very happy with the Runcam DVR. I used it in my FPV backpack on my plane, which I know you may have already seen. If you're subscribed, you would have seen it. Right, and like I said, I was so impressed with it. That's why I got one for this little 3-inch. Right, and I'm quite happy with the image. I think it's pretty good. You know what I mean? So for my 3-inch. It's staying in, and I'm very happy with it. I'm hoping to bring out a version 2, right? Maybe with a lot more higher definition quality or whatever. If they do, get rid of all these little cameras on top and everything and go straight into the stack, right? Similar to the Runcam Split, but we won't talk about that. No, we won't. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah. So if you stuck around, thank you. All right. So a little bit of bonus footage for you. And I'll just show you a quick clip of the flight I did earlier on when I got out. Okay then, thanks for sticking around and roll VT.